All right, guys, welcome back. Time for another ICE comparison, but this is really an EV comparison. It's the 2025 Ford Mustang Mach-E Select rear-wheel drive. Okay. Looking at the sticker, it looks like it gets 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour declared, but when I compute the range, it looks more like 3.6 miles per kilowatt hour. Anyway, I'm going to go with 3.1 because that's what was published. But I do want to qualify that, saying like it might actually be more like 3.6. And I'm sure there are those among you who will have commentary if you follow the Mach-E about what real range should be. Okay. According to what I saw, this car has a 73 kilowatt hour high voltage battery. Okay, comparison trip is the domain. 98 miles, 18 kilowatt hours used for $1.98 cost of energy. We used about 5.2 miles per kilowatt hour. Electricity cost is 11 cents for me. Trip cost in terms of efficiency, 71%. Now I basically divided 3.1 by 5.2. I'm not fully sure that means a whole lot at the moment, but let's take a shot and see how it goes. All right, so computing cost of energy range seems a little bit different. So it's not really cost of energy because in both cases, it's 11 cents at home at my house. So what I did was I used 18 kilowatt hours times 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour for that Mustang Mach-E. Came up with 55.8 miles. So the good news is we were on our way back, and we're at the intersection of Texas 71 and Southwest Parkway. Okay, for range comparison, take the 98 divided by 3.1, comes out to 31.6 kilowatt hours. Yeah, okay. And then 31.6 kilowatt hours times 11, or 11 cents, it comes out to $3.48. So basically $1.50 more. Did I compute that right? It's pretty close. Okay. 348 divided by 0.11 comes out 31 kilowatt hours. Okay. 31 times 5, 155 miles. So Big Ray 1 can make this trip about 1.5 times for the cost of one trip in the Mach-E. Okay, sounds weird to say, but full tank range. 73 times 3.1 comes out to 226 miles. Okay. Boy, I'm kind of like, wait, what? The EPA says this car should be able to do 260. But the EPA tests differently. I'm just doing a straight calculation. Okay, whatever. That's about 5 miles to Walmart from my house. Let's do 226. 73 times 0.11, $8.03. Okay, $8.03 divided by 0.11 comes out to 73 kilowatt hours, which is what we got going in. 73 times 5, 365 miles, 9 trips to Walmart. Why is this? It feels a little bit off to me, but and I've done EV comparisons before, but this one just feels, I don't know, whatever. Okay, car cost, $38,500. All right. Well, welcome to the table. Looks like on the first row I have I've put the number in the wrong place. So the Ford Mustang Mach-E. Well, this is GT Premium too, doesn't it? Okay, the Ford Mustang. Oh, it's a Mach-E Select Fastback is actually 3 cents per mile for energy cost. The Model Y, Model 3, is 2 cents per mile. So they're almost even. But you know how miles add up, right? Range on one fill-up, computed, it comes out to 226 based upon 3.1 miles per kilowatt hour. But EPA says 260, so I'm not really sure there. Okay. Even 226 is pretty reasonable for a car that you're more likely to drive around town for short trips. Okay. Model 3, of course, 363 miles. Cost of the fill-up, $8.03. Why does this feel... Oh, right. Because it has the smaller battery pack. That's why it's $8.03. And the Model 3 long range with the, I forgot what it is, 78, something like that, kilowatt hours. Yes, it's 880. Okay, weight. Are you sure? That's what I saw, right? Okay, the weight for that Mach-E, 4,498 pounds. Wow. I don't know. I do know that Ford has admitted that they use more wiring than they maybe should have used. And there's a few other things they may have used more of. But to weigh almost 1,000 pounds more, I'm surprised. Okay, the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, and these are both rear-wheel drives. The Model 3 rear-wheel drive is 3,582 pounds. Oh, I have 5 seats down for the Mach-E. I wonder if I checked it closely. I may have skipped that part. Okay, remember the ICE version of the Mustang has 4 seats. Okay, but the Mach-E is more of an SUV than it is a coupe. Okay, where on the other hand, the Model 3 is a coupe and it shows 5 seats. Cargo space, 29.7 cubic feet for that Mach-E. It sounds like the Mach-E is trying to position closer to a Model Y than a Model 3. Okay, the Model 3 has 21 cubic feet storage. ADAS, okay. Cruise control, yes, that's pretty obvious. Ford Copilot, I think it's actually Copilot 360, something like that. And there's a trial, a 90-day trial for Blue Cruise. Okay. The Model 3 has adaptive cruise control, autopilot included, and full self-driving supervised, $8,000 purchase. Oops, I know I didn't get this right, that's for sure. The Ford Mach-E is an EV in Texas. So you'll pay $200 a year straight gas tax equivalent and $400 when applying for the title. Both cars the same way. The retail cost, $38,500. That's a pretty decent price. Yes. And I like to think the Mach-E is actually a pretty reasonable car. But whatever. And the Mach-E is $42,000. Plan and manufacturer, Ford's, I'm sorry, I'm not going to try to say that word, but it's one of the plants in Mexico. Yes, that means it's not a made in America count. And I didn't see anything on the sticker. So I found a 2025 Mach-E Select for sale here in Austin. And so they had the window sticker. It didn't list the plant. That kind of surprised me. Okay. Model 3, of course, made in Fremont. 0 to 60 time. Now, this is the low-end Mustang Mach-E Select, so it's 5.6 seconds. Model 3 rear-wheel drive, long range, 4.6 seconds. All right, time for crash test safety. So it's a 5-star. I've seen some 4 stars, but almost every car is a 5-star. Mid-size SUV, 4-door SUV, and there's a little comment, fully electric. And as always, do your own review here. There's a lot of green marks. Looks pretty good, actually. There were some structure issues noted. I don't remember which crash it was associated with, but, whatever. It sounds pretty typical of an American-made car. Or at least the traditional automakers, yes. Okay, looks good in most crash situations, but the passengers may suffer some injuries. Okay, usually that's a yellow mark or maybe an orange mark on one of the, you may have an injury here or there. Interestingly enough, the front crash is a 4-star from the sticker. Okay, there you go. Okay, like I said, I found it's not on a lot, it's in transport. But they have this car, or will have this car here in Austin. It's in green. If you want, actually, you pay $495 for the green, I think. Okay, some colors you have to pay more. Okay, it's just the way it is. Let's start here. They have added the heat pump for 2025. So cool, awesome. I didn't really dig into it, but at least it has a heat pump, so it should become more efficient. So over time, I know Ford's working on it. Ford's trying to get it right. It's just a question of time, right? And in the meantime, who knows? Okay, I don't quite know how to go around with the current politics. But here's the thing, right? If you think a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y is a good car, but you're not sure you want a Tesla, maybe the Mach-E is the way to go. I don't know. It's worth a look if you want to buy something different. Okay, I'll give you that. That is at least sort of American made. It means plant of final manufacturer is Mexico, but it's somewhat U.S., right? Actually, it doesn't qualify anymore, does it? Okay. Anyway, I don't know who makes the motors for it, but it's stuff they're working on slowly over time. I think they're on the right path. It's just, do they have enough runway to get there? But in the meantime, if you're okay with a car, you're not going to drive further than, say, Houston, this may be all right. From Austin, that is. So Houston is 150 miles away, more or less. Charging rate, the max charging rate is 150 kilowatts. That's max rate. I don't know what the charging curve is. I'm sure at least out of spec reviews must have something on it. I'm sure other people have stuff on it, so there you go. Am I saying you go buy it? No. I'm saying if you're looking for an EV and you're looking for something in the area, maybe the Mach-E will fit. I don't know. On the other hand, if you're like me and you prefer GM, go get a Honda Prologue. Okay, onward upwards charge.